Hello everyone, we're back on Code the Dream React. We are on lesson 1.2 React DOM and components. So far, we're still just getting familiarized how the DOM works, and as this bullet point says, simple React components. We're just start learning how to connect one to each other, the a definition and instantiation of each component. Now, the videos that I watch are not that long, but still helpful. I did have to research a second video that I will post it on the comments, help me understand a little more on what they mean for, especially when they talk about functions and import and export. But yeah, this is so far the first week where we are gonna submit our assignments, and these are our mindset assignments, questions that they want us to answer on our personal view. Let's go to GitHub to read the instructions. We have a explanation of where we're gonna work, the React DOM, definition, instantiation, and the components. The overview is how JAX is a XML-based extension of JavaScript, meaning most of the same syntax will stay the same. There are just a few rules. All elements must be closed. So if you open a button, you have to close it, and forms and everything like that has to be closed. The elements in JSX has to be lowercase. The attribute has to be written in camel case, meaning the first letter it is small letter and the second letter of the second word is capital. We must return one parent, and there are such words such as class that have to be written as class name. Typically in JavaScript we'll just do class, but that's what are the rules of JSX. If we continue reading, they give you more information on what we're working on, but let's go straight to see our instructions. So far we left our app that has our list, and I think I'm gonna zoom a little more. I think that should be better. This is the list with the my function, and then I'm gonna run it just so you can see it's performing the way it's supposed to. Hopefully it loads in the right window. Yes, you can see over here our to-do list. Close that. Our to-do list header and our list using the Mac function. So everything is running so far. Move to the instructions. They ask to create a new file called to-do list.js. And inside that file, we're gonna create a functional React component. Keyword on functional, there is a very handy shortcut that we can use to help us with most of the steps here. It is React functional component. Here it is. Type RFC. If you have the right add-on, I should hop right in. Let's click it. Boom, there you go. We have our import React from React. Our export will be default. Our function name will be the same as our file. And they give us a nice header over here. We are not gonna need this one. So let's just delete it. Open our devs. All right, let's go back to the instructions. We import React right here. The function name will be to-do list right here. And the export will be default module. Guess what? It's already made just with that simple RFC shortcut. the return is going to be a multi-line, meaning having this parenthesis, you can return more than one line. Then we're going back to our app.js and we're going to remove our list starting from the UL element and move it to our to-do list.js. So if we were here, starting from the UL element, Control X to cop, tab, Control V to paste, and there we have it, our UL element. Now if you guys click Control S to save and see if there's any changes, you can see that our bullet point just went away. Why? Because function app has still not received any information from to-do list.js. Not only that, but our list is still here. So to-do list doesn't have any list to work with and do the Mac function. That's gonna be taken care of in the next step, where we are going to, there we go, move to-do list array from app.js to to-do list.js. App.js, Control X, give some space, Control V, there we go. Now we have our list and our function to-do list is performing a map function into this list. Control S to save the changes, but still not there. Well, because it's not being called yet. We're gonna take care of that in a minute. Now we are going to, now we're gonna refactor app.js to use the to-do list component. This is what it means. One component grabbing information from the other component in a chain manner. So let's import below React, import our to-do list. So below import, we're just gonna import. And if I start typing, it will give me a bar. And so import to-do list from to-do list file. So everything that's gonna be here is gonna be imported and used over here in a minute. Then next instruction, it is below the level 1 heading, use our to-do list component. We have our level 1 heading. This is a divider line. How do we import it? It's open. We have it here. To-do list, space, dash, and close it. Control S to save. There we go. We got back our bullet point list because now it's been called here. So this is, so far we're good. We got our to-do list doing step and it's over here. Now we're gonna move into a form component. We're gonna create a new JS file called add to do form. Okay, same steps, similar steps as above. Create a functional React component, keyword on functional, React functional component. Boom. Grabs our name as the function, it exports as default, and it gives a handy title, which we don't need. And also the return has the parentheses for a multi-line. We're already up this step. Add a multi-line return statement right here. Now we're gonna write in the JSX fashion a to-do form. What are the rules of JSX? All elements must be closed. Attributes that are strings have to have quotes. The HTML elements must be in lower cases. The attributes, camel case, have to return a parent. and sometimes you have to rename class name and HTML4. We're back to our form instructions. Create a form element. So inside our div, I'm going to create a form element, and I have to close it. And inside that form element, I'm going to label element with title. Then it has to be closed, and the text will be title. And then an input element inside it, still inside form, an input element with an ID of to do. This is a camel case. Start with smaller t, title capital T. Then we're gonna add a attribute to the label, HTML4 with the same value as the ID. So our label is here, HTML4, the same value as the ID. Then we need a submit button. Close it with the text that says add. All right, we have our form ready to be imported onto our main app. Or start typing and should come up automatically to the from this file. Where it asks us to place it right below level 1 heading. So below level 1 heading and above our to-do list. How do we import a component with open parentheses, call it the name, space dash, and close it. All right, Control S to make sure changes work. Let's take a look. There we go. We have our to-do list still, our edge component, our new form added here, and our list still present. We can type hello. If we click add, nothing will happen because there's no functional so far, but that's where we're gonna continue working as the project grows. Okay. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.